That flight of 3 with Jerry James trying to take over the spot from lifting up. And we see Lefty right. Hold together for one more lap in a 16. But it's Ryan's child in risky business.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Speak louder. How are you today? I don't hear you. Great. My name's Sasha. I'm from Siberia. Welcome to Siberia, okay? Big hello. Gorbachev. What is this Gorbachev? English. Garbage off. You speak English? I speak Japanese. Konnichiwa, вот аж дальше, ванихон на меня санищий амбассадор. Bonjour, mesdames et messieurs. Très bien. Перестройка. What is this glasnost? Glasnost. Wonderful, speak English. These great people. Welcome to America.
Return to show center for the distinctive Big Diamond outside silhouette. We'll get a speed on this first lap coming around for you. And I'll tell you, the airplane of Alberto Rossi, that number 62, they have done their homework. Oh, Bohannon hit some bad air in there, but he, very alert, picks up that wing. Or that was Dave Morris, I'm sorry. He was being now passed by Bohannon. Bohannon looks like he's on the march, but Dave Morris comes right back. Dick Slayton. Now, as he gets past, trying to pass Alberto Rossi. Dick Slayton's airplane Stinger, number 21. It is moving very good, and he does get past. He passes Alberto Rossi, number 62, in the pylon, and here comes Bohannon. They've got only 2 more laps. That would be a gain of 8 seconds. I don't know if they'll be able to do it or not. It doesn't appear so from here, but Bohannon definitely has a good shot at overtaking Slayton, and I would say look for a pass on this backstretch because Bohannon closes in, and Slayton keeping it as tight as he possibly can. Bohannon looks like he's going to try to take him before they come out of pylon number 3. So on the backstretch, it is Bruce Bohannon nibbling right at Dick Slayton. That last lap incidentally turned at 216. Here comes the airplane he calls Pushy Galore as he edges up. Now he'll have to go wide, which means that he'll slide back a little bit. He pulls the airplane up. All right, now it's Bohannon coming around. We have Slayton and him wing to wing. Here comes Bohannon. He's going to try for the press. They both dive down on the course. Bohannon pulls up even with him. He's going to get him right here. Start finish. Oh, what a beautiful race.
A very expeditious manner for many, many years. There's a state-of-the-art development testing for these airplanes. It's called the high-performance test bed. They are used for composite
Chivak, nose for tail, tail for nose, upside, down and out of control, and now, the worst configuration any pilot can get into, the flat inverted spin, coming over to carry many pilots and their planes all the way to the ground, return, full turn, 5 turns out of it, is that some kind of flying? Oh yeah! As he goes for
on doing this. And Jimmy Franklin out of the snap roll. And a two-turn first spin. Leo out of the sector. Okay, Leo. Oh, yeah. And Jimmy Franklin bringing back. Airplane in a flat inverted spin. Time to get out. Oh, yeah, time to get out. Oh, yeah. And Jimmy out to the far right-hand side. Elliot CrossFit altitude now at Show's center. Jimmy Franklin rolling it as he climbs vertically into the sky. Off the as he brings it around to the top, calling on all the power of that engine, carrying that aircraft across the top, completing the outside loop. Oh yeah! And stop rolling it once on the way down, comes Elliot across on the 45-degree line. Out to the left-hand side. Bring that beautiful Super Stearman out to the left-hand side and vertically into the sky. And in a little while, you're going to see this Stearman combat the Watno. Vertically into the sky now, it starts to roll the aircraft. At the top, the aircraft no longer wanting to climb. He will leave the engine in the high rev position. Reverse the overruns right now. Torque down through his smoke. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lengths of that airplane backwards. Out of it. Is that some kind of flying? Oh, yeah! As he comes out of it, and Jimmy Franklin leaves his signature in the skies over Reno, Nevada. And Elliot Cross now at the far right-hand side, circling it around and bringing it towards Show's center. Jimmy Franklin over the top, Family 9 style center. Vertical at Show's center on the show line. Vertically into the sky, this time he pulls the engine back and he gets quiet. And he tail slides backwards. 1, 2, 2.5 lengths of that airplane in the payoff. Out of that, with a snap roll, going out, far right-hand side, Jimmy Franklin from Reno, New Mexico, the Watno mystery ship. Up at the far right-hand side, now vertically into the air. He calls for all the power of that engine. Over the top of the Family 9 style turnaround, keeping this aircraft at all times within a picture window of the air show, within the view of the spectator. Down low now comes Jimmy Franklin, going vertically into the sky. Up over the top, snap roll at the top. For you ladies, A Heart in the Sky by Jimmy Franklin. Over the top now, side slipping it, over the top, and now reversing it right down towards the ground. Spin 1. Spin 2. Nose down. 3. 4. 5. 6. Time to get out of that, Elliot! Oh yeah! Out of that! Oh, and Jimmy Frank off first. Elliot is now on Jimmy's tail. Jimmy, fly it out, boy! And Elliot Cross coming in tight behind him now. Jimmy Franklin finding the short ground. Elliot Cross bringing it out to the left because Jimmy went to the left and the right. Jimmy Franklin doing a stalling turn. Elliot Cross out in front of him. Jimmy down below him. Elliot's got a little more speed than Jimmy. Elliot pulls stick back. Jimmy's got him in the sights again. Peppering away. Elliot goes over the top. Jimmy Franklin just below him. Jimmy Franklin sees he's in trouble. Pulls it over the top. Rails it out. Elliot Cross read him perfectly. Came out right behind him. Hey, Jimmy, your turn to be chased. Crossing in that smoke. Are they at the same altitude? Oh, yeah. And they come over the top. Yeah. Jimmy Franklin in trouble now. Takes Elliot down to the ground. Vertically into the sky. Elliot trying to get more speed. Can't stall it around. Jimmy does a loop right in front of Elliot. Elliot can't slow it down fast enough. Jimmy's down below him. Elliot's up above. Jimmy's got him in the gun sight. Jimmy's peppering away. Elliot out to the left-hand side. In trouble. Down to the ground. Takes Jimmy down to the ground now. Pulls it back up again. Jimmy not to be outdone. Staying in right behind him. Cuts the loop in half. Peppers away out. And again, Jimmy comes over the top. Read that maneuver perfectly. Came out with half a roll. Elliot Cross down low. Out to the far right-hand side. Circling around Jimmy Franklin. Pulling it vertical. At the show line. Over the top. And down on top of Elliot again. Peppering away. Head up! Oh, yeah! That was close. Over the top now. Elliot Cross. Out to the far right-hand side.
you will see that starter flag. Put up the green flag, and he drops it. We have got a race underway. Right now, it is very critical as these airplanes start off from zero airspeed. One of the few classes of racers that use a racehorse start. And the first off right here on front of us is number 95, Billy Butler. That was Don Becker, number 69, that got airborne first. Now they go into the scatter pylon. Out here, this is getting the airplane stabilized. Once they start getting past 100 miles an hour, the airplanes start accelerating very, very briskly. Now the airplane's going around the scatter pylon as we head for the backside of the course around pylon number 3. That is Don Beck in Miss Reno, out in the lead at this portion. Texas Jim Miller is in second, followed by Hep Porter in number 44, Sitting Duck. Then it looks like Jim Bumford in Bummer's Bullet in fourth. Two groups of airplanes there. That's Dan Gray, and up high, Aero Magic with Kathy Gray. And then Ray Cody. Now, Cody would do what he usually does. It takes him a while to get going. We got a pass right here. On shoestring right in front of it. With number 44 Sitting Duck. It's Jim Miller. He has never won a Reno Gold. So he feels this is his year. And the airplane he's racing wingtip to wingtip with is the one that beat him out of it. It's still Don Beck in the very fast, number 69. And it's Jim Miller as he fades now in back of Sitting Duck, number 44. Pay attention to that number 4 Alley Cat because he should be starting to make his move at any time. Dan Gray now in fourth, taking that over from Jim Bumford and Bumford Bullet now in fifth. Now yesterday when we ran, it was the same kind of a situation. We had Don Beck out of the lead, holding it for about the first 2 laps. The first lap speed not too shabby, 227 miles an hour. Very quickly now, the separation between first and second is 1 second and 23 hundredths. And it looks like that Hep Porter moving up on number 69, Don Beck. Looks like he's going to get past him right about here. He goes to the outside, puts the wing down, but has to stay out wide. But he's still with all the energy and speed, but he's going wide. Around number 5 now. As they come around number 6, we'll get a truer picture of how the airplanes line up. And we indeed do have a new first place. It's number 44, Hep Porter with Jim. Texas Jim Miller now starting to put on his speed. Hep Porter flying a great race. There is Dan Gray, followed by Ray Cody and Alley Cat, and then Jim Bumford. Then number 43, Aero Magic with Kathy Gray. And the last place airplane. No, that was Bumford. Both of the airplanes of those class airplanes look almost identical. So that was Bumford now in 4th place. And Ray Cody moving up. The Alley Cat is in 5th now. Okay, a new leader coming around. Pylon number 6. That last lap turned at 2:31 and 90 hundredths, almost 2:32. With Texas Jim Miller in hot pursuit. Looking at the tail of the end of an airplane. And Bumford's Bullet starting to move up very fast now. On number 69. That's Don Beck, who held down the 1.5 laps to begin with. It is. But he has got a lot of ground to go. 1 second and 13 hundredths was the separation between first and second. Listen to those. That last lap, 240 and 67 hundredths. I know Texas Jim Miller has got a burning sensation of trying to pass that orange and white number 44. Hep Porter and all his crew just absolutely fell in love with air racing. His wife, the whole family, they really are engaged in it. I mean that. Bummer's Bullet still pulling up. Last lap turned again at 240. 1 second now is the distance between. He's shaving it off, but it's very, very slowly. And we're getting at the 6th lap already, which means we only have 2 more laps to go. So if Jim Miller is going to pass that blazing number 44 sitting up in front of him with Hep Porter, it's going to have to be very, very soon. That last lap turned again. 3 straight laps at 240 miles an hour. And he shaved it down to 3/4 of a second. 3/4 of a second. Jim Miller now starting to close even a little bit more on the backstretch. Hep Porter knows he's watching that ground out of his peripheral vision. If he hates to see that shadow coming up on him, because when he sees it, he knows that Jim Miller is right behind him. Jim Miller with that very unique pusher design. It's taken him about 12, 13 years to perfect this airplane, and it just gets faster each and every year. Then coming up, it looks like he's going to go for the pass. Ready to start-finish line. But it will be Hep Porter along that pylon, and he'll force it over the wide. Of course, staying high on the outside. He's already won his angle attack. And there we see Texas Jim Miller, and it looks like as they come back over number 3 pylon into the home stretch, he's done it. He's passed it. Now we hear the story. Because Jim Miller has been known in the excitement and heat of the race to shave a pylon. But he's been on the outside for most of the time, so his chances are of a no-cut race. We hope 238 on that last lap. Coming on around now with a white flag up for this airplane here. And he comes down, it's going to be very close. But no, he gets him by about 4 airplane lengths for the first time. As soon as we find out about the cuts, Jim Buckford in third. One reason I'm glad to see this. There he is, Texas Jim Miller, as he pulls right up there at stage center. Look at both those hands up in the air. Jim, you trying to tell us that don't take hands to taxi? He probably can't hear me down there until he gets his helmet on. But he's got a smile on his face about as big as the whole state of Texas, though. Jim, your average lap speed out there, this is unofficial, but I'll bet money it's within 1/100th of a second. 237 and 47 hundredths. 237 miles per hour. That means going close to 270 on those straightaway speeds. Quite a tribute to a homemade design, isn't it? Are they holding you up, Jim? Yeah.
Smoke is on the Bud Light, 200 is on the roll, and our thanks to Budweiser for allowing us to be able to enjoy Leo this race weekend. Now, as he comes in, here's what we'll see. On takeoff, the snap roll, all the way around a knife edge flight, flying on the side of the fuselage, and then the rudder wiggle in knife edge flight. Speed picks up to about 150 miles an hour. Leo pulls back the step. There's the snap roll as promised. Let's watch for knife edge flight. In and out comes the rudder, and level comes the wings once again.
What's the problem now?
Elliot, the FAA wants to check your credentials. The FAA wants to check your credentials. Let's get away from this propeller. I can't hear you.
John, do you think you'd get it straightened out? Oh, there's the great Elliot.
Okay, I got Elliot. The FAA coming out here to see his wallet, right? Is that credentials? So they want your credentials. This Wagnoski is going around passing himself off as you.
What, did he get my wallet?
If you left it, say you got it with you? Well, then he's got a fake credential. The FAA will be here in a second in the red car.
Elliot, Elliot.
Oh, wait a minute.
Hold it. Hey, wait a minute.
Everybody hold it. Another runaway airplane.
Elliot.
And there's someone in there.
Somebody call the fire truck.
Wojnarowski was in the...
Look out for that wingtip. I got to call the fire. Hold your position. We apologize.
We're in trouble.
Somebody call security.
I've already called them, Danny. I got them on security.
An ambulance. Some help anywhere.
A Miller draft. Anything.
Watch it.
Oh my... That's a brand new Cub. Wingtip in the dirt.
Wingtip out of the dirt. Push the stick forward. You're going to stall it.
He's going in. He's had it.
I've seen stalls before. but not quite like that.
Get the wings level with the horizon.
You can't do that with an airplane.
Look out.
Who the heck is that out there? Is that the
I have a very, very strong fear that it's Wojnarowski.
Where was he? Did you see him?
In the luggage compartment. When Elliot got out to...
He's at it again. You guys look out. Give him something.
Watch that wingtip, please. You got him on the radio. Have you got him on the radio?
That's about it. He treats them both equal.
He's got the microphone key, Johnny.
He's got it down all the time. Tell him it's a stick. This is unreal. We're not going to get this bird back on the ground in one piece.
Look at Elliot Cross. Elliot is fuming down there.
Elliot has got to answer to Jim Franklin. That's Jim Franklin's Cub. He's got to answer to Jim.
That's the Miller Super Cub.
Look at that wingtip. We can have no wings left on that airplane. Did you believe this?
You flip a clip wing Cub.
It's not really for years now. What did he say now?
Oh my God.
No, Danny, that's a bent wing club.
Bent wing.
Yeah.
Hey, same to you.
Same to you.
Well, you see that? We're trying to help this guy, and that's what you get.
How much of that Miller did they make available to this?
I think all of it. He had Miller time a little too early this morning.
Watch it. He's coming right at the crowd now.
Johnny, you and Elliot, look out down there. I don't want you guys hurt. You got work to do later on today.
Pull back. Stop.
Not so much.
Stop.
Did you believe that landing?
He's back on the ground, but he's
Look out!
Three-point landing.
God, there's the real test. Gone. Ladies and gentlemen,
That's Frank one hung low.
that's Jimmy Franklin showing off his new Cub. What do you think of that? Oh yeah! That's Jimmy showing off his new Cub. I mean, that Cub's got 5 hours on it, maybe. Would you look at that? Isn't that beautiful?
5 hours computes out to about 55.
Don't squeal the tires.
He don't know I told you. Now watch this.
Wait, look out for that prop.
Hey, Wojnarowski, get over here. Jimmy Franklin. Oh, yeah.
There's two of them. There's another one up there.
Easy, 135. It'll be a 6-lap race as the airplanes are on the takeoff now, most of them off the ground. Racing number 30 will be Mike Stubbs. Racing number 17, Mike Kinslow. In the red and white pits, Ed Hennifer in the white and red pits. The Thunder Chicken, Doug Kemp from Redlands, California. In a Bully Bee, the yellow and black biplane. Buck Bateson from Susanville, California. In a white, gold, and black airplane, the Ace of Diamonds, and Mike Harris from Sonoma, California. In another red and white pit special, if we didn't have enough so far, racing number 62, Sonoma Red, and Tex Sprawls from Weed, California. with the silver arrow, the silver and blue airplane. Now, as you can see, the course is strung out. The difference in the qualifying or race speed between the fastest and slowest of these racers. The fastest, number 30, Mike Stubbs with 169, flying more distance. And of course, when you do that, that affects your speed on the course. Now picking up the last pylon once again, getting in for the home pylon. As they bank the airplanes towards 90 degrees of bank. Still that position between the first and second place airplane continues to draw out between 3, 5, 6, 7. Now, unofficially, it is in the lead, still Mike Stubbs. In the red, white, and blue, number 30 pits. Keep your eye on the Eagle Aerobatic team as they get ready for their spectacular snap roll takeoff. In the middle, it's Charlie Millard on the far side of the team associated closest to us, Tom Fogarty. As the back-tail sideloader team keeping a close eye on Charlie's fuselage, making constant adjustments with the throttle, the rudder, and the ailerons to maintain that position on Charlie's fuselage and to also maintain symmetry with the opposite wingman. Very gracefully now, all the way across the top, the barrel roll is complete. Position straight up into the sky. Charlie does the half vertical roll. Gene does the quarter roll. Tom rolls back on the stick, and ladies and gentlemen, the spread eagle.
The nose comes up, the stick comes back. Over he goes on his back, and let's begin counting. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, the appropriate music, 5. No, I didn't lose my place. 10. Just don't want to bore you to death. 50. How are we doing so far? We correct? 20. 25. We right so far? 26. 27. 28. 29. 30. 31. 32. 33. 34. Get ready, ladies. 35. 36, 37, pop her up, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 43 and a half, ladies and gentlemen. Boy, I tell you what. And up he goes, rolls the airplane. There he goes, laterally now, putting it out of control, and it tumbles wing over end, over nose, over tail. The lateral left shock, the roly-poly. Now, throughout the maneuver, Wayne will be making some slight wind corrections because of the wind today. If he didn't make a correction by the time he finished, he'd be somewhere near Lake Tahoe. 5/8 of a loop coming up. Rolls the airplane to the inverted position again. And then sets himself up. Does the maneuver which he calls the centrifuge. Again, coming up on another one of Wayne's original maneuvers, a maneuver he calls the flip top. Down now within about 5 feet of the runway. On the right side now, Wayne pulls back of the stick, climbing up into vertical again, tumbling and rolling, out of control, the flip top maneuver, and just almost comes to a complete hover right at the top of the maneuver. Right down within 5 feet of the runway. Up he goes now. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. Come on, Wayne. A little extra something special. I do. You do more than that. All right. On the left edge, again, bring the airplane down almost to the surface of the runway. Leave the smoke trail down on the ground. 1.5 rolls on the way up. Right at the top, pushes negative. Down he comes now. Their speed very quickly going up. A little bit of snap roll all the way down. And now he steps himself up for a maneuver he calls the ratchet roll. Sandy Sanders, what do you call it? I'm going to call it, there you have your in. There you have your turn, your in turn. There you have your back. There you have your turn back, your inter back. There you have your roll. There you have your back roll, your inner back roll, your interstate back roll. Sometimes referred to as the ratchet roll. All right. What we're going to try to do here is a loop around these ribbons. All right, into one hammerhead turnaround. Instructors used to use the hammerhead a lot, but they had a high accident rate, so it is no longer used because as the load changes and the temperature changes, the airplane's flight characteristics also change. All right, now the loop around the ribbon. All right, underneath it, up he goes. Altitude, airspeed, very critical. He's got to have just the right numbers at the top. Once he starts downhill, he will be committed. All right, down he comes. Closer, closer. No, he did not make this one left. He is going to make the second one. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Wayne Handley. Down, closer on the ground. The nose will come up. He'll roll over in a nice bench flight. Remember, very little lift being provided right now. Wingtips only stand inches from the ground. Over to the inverted position. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Wayne Handley. Down towards the runway. All right, let's watch for the first touch. There's the touch. 1, 2, 3, 4 points of the roll. All right, coming down again for another touch. Ready, there he is. And 1 and 2 inside snap rolls back to the upright position. Ladies and gentlemen, sponsored by First Interstate Bank, Mr. Wayne Handley.
Oh, what a guy. Hal, a nice job. Wayne's going to give us a little 360 pounds. Wayne, just showing you how much you appreciate, ladies and gentlemen, your applause and appreciation. There he is. You're looking at one of the greatest. And that Pratt & Whitney engine, which puts out 600 horsepower, will be pulling close to 47 inches of mercury. And here they come as he gets ready to pull up on the inside. You have got a race, and here they go. Here's where the strategy's really going to pay off. It's going to be a race down to the desert floor to see who's going to be able to nail that #1 spot. Remember, you've got the fastest AT6 in history that has broke the speed record, so who is it going to be in there first? Somebody screams out, Al Goss. I don't think so. It's going to be either Eddie Van Vossen or... Tom Dwelling, as he gets into that turn first, making Eddie Van Vossen, Al Goss, and all the rest of the boys follow right in. Now it's going to be a strategy of who can outfly one another on the pylon course. But I might tell you here, with all these airplanes being this equal, once that airplane gets into the lead, you've got half the strategy won. Right now, it is Tom Dwelling, Eddie Van Vossen, Al Goss, Randy DeFonic, Nick Macy, and Gene McNeely. In that order. It's going to be interesting waiting to see what this speed is going to be on the 5-mile course with a brand new record holder out there that has certainly prepared his airplane well. When you get this much of a jump on two guys that are in second and third right now, like Goss and Van Fossen, he knows how to prepare his airplane. Let me tell you that. This will be a 6-lap race, 6 laps of wide, open power settings. Van Fossen's, he used to work for him, passing him right here, but Van Fossen going past, back pass out, as they really are fighting it out. And as you can see, with no traffic out in front of him and clear track, he gets the white flag coming up for the last lap. Right now would find it a real thrill if he could get past, but not to be so. As Dwelly comes around, and he will be looking wings level at the checkered flag out at the start-finish line, and the winner of this race will receive from Champion Spark Plugs a prize of $15,000 and $500 right here.
Well, that's what I mean with the baggage mass.
Airshow Center for the distinctive Big Diamond Outside Silhouette.
As I say, today, accidentally parts of over the years in the parts of the 20 years collection, it's got to be $150,000 to $200,000 in the parts system. I used to buy them for $1,500.
Now I think it's $35,000.
That's right. I used to buy them for $1,500 surplus. That's the number. 15, not 15,000, 1,500. The basic price on those would be 25 and all that through the 50s and 60s. I mean, 25,000 is a bargain to buy a B-51 Mustang truck today.
So for a minimum price, bottom for four-bladed props between $8,000 and $15,000.
That's only one model. It's called an Aero Products. It's not a very, it's a useful propeller, but there's a lot of those around.
Now watches Tsar pilots the Pride through the blue skies of the Earth's heavy atmosphere, rolling, looping, screaming with the G-loads of this planet's heavy gravity. From left to right and back again as a heavy vapor trail seems to almost write the agonizing story of this princely night.
I get down there to this Bakersfield crew quite often, mainly because I like fast food, I guess. But anyway, the past gold winner, and ladies and gentlemen, the preparation on this machine, I know, has been quite extensive. Probably one of the highest modified P-51s to ever make the field. And he keeps his airplane at Minter Field, right out of Bakersfield. It's got race number 7 on it. The name of the airplane is Strega. And I know a lot of you know who that airplane is. Bill Tiger DeStefani. Welcome aboard, Tiger.
Well, thank you, Sandy. We'd really like to thank all the folks for coming out and making this possible. I'd like to thank our crew. And today you're going to see a heck of a race.
We believe you, Tiger. Congratulations.
Yeah. Whoa, yeah.
Former gold winner here, ladies and gentlemen. He's no stranger to the gold circle. And in the same airplane to be flying today. Rick, we know that some of the trials and tribulations that went on earlier with the Sanders family were great to have the airplane here, and I know that everybody's glad to see Dreadnought here. Dreadnought, number 8, and we're talking to Rick Brickert, ladies and gentlemen. From the great state of Utah, it's silver and red. Welcome aboard again, once again, Mr. Brickert.
Thanks for having us, Sandy. We're back with Old Reliable.
All right. Now, here's a guy I've kind of renamed a little bit. You got a new nickname, Skip. He flies one of the most beautiful, custom, specially made and only made for unlimited air racing. First one to ever break the mold and say we're going to build a new unlimited racer. It does use a Merlin engine, but the airplane was cut metal, the first unlimited racer to ever do this. It's got number 18 on the side of it, and as we know, as the fans know, it's usually flown by Steve Hinton. Steve's recuperating from a minor accident that he had in Southern California, and I'm happy to say he's feeling real good, and he even flew the pace plane. But Skip Holm from Woodland Hills, California is the pilot. I call him Scoop, and I'll tell you why. I'm doing a little test work on the airplane here a while back.
Skip got that thing going so fast that he took half the scoop off. So we call him Skip Scoop Home. Welcome, Skip.
Now I'm really confused. Thanks to all you folks for coming out here, and I think you're going to see a really great race. The little scooter here really smokes.
Okay. Well, I know there's a lot of fans lined up for this one. Its old familiar colors, of course, of purple and white have gone by the way, and it sports the new beautiful copper and gold paint job for the last few years. And he is all the way back from Maryland Heights, Georgia now, is where he makes his home. Missouri, I'm sorry. And it's race number 77, and I think a lot of folks out there, we've heard him chant, "Rare Bear, Rare Bear." Well, here is the pilot of the Rare Bear, Mr. Lyle Shelton, who also holds the honor of having the world's fastest propeller-driven airplane. Lyle?
Thanks, Andy. I hope you're right. We'll find out today who really has the world's fastest propeller-driven airplane. I hope it's us. My thanks to the Reno people, all the great fans, all the participants, all the competitors, and let's have a heck of a race.
Without further ado, for the very serious portion, ladies and gentlemen, the pilot safety briefing, the one and only Mr. Bob Hoover.
Thank you, Sandy. Well, gentlemen, this is what we've all been waiting for all week. I'll run through the routine we've run through so many times. If you have an emergency, declare your position, declare what type of emergency you have, and go for the altitude. And remember, you can trade off the altitude for airspeed to position yourself anywhere around the course for landing. When you get to the altitude where you get to your best glide speed, then pick that up and hold it until you get back down to the point where you intend to land. And you can increase your speed by pulling the propeller lever aft or decrease it by going forward. And of course, if you find you're a little hot after you've gotten up on pretty close to the runway, you can side slip or do S-turns to dissipate the airspeed. When you have an emergency, we all know that it seems to come in bunches. So if we have more than one emergency, whoever's on the first one, once you get on the ground, get it off to the side of the runway and make room for someone else should we have another.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, in just a few moments, we'll be starting the Unlimiteds. In the meantime, if you look off to the left, off the takeoff roll, Mr. Lefty Gardner, the P-38, he calls White Lightning. About the airplane one more time. Well, I want to take a little poll here as we get the case plane taking off, the beautiful red knife of Steve Handley. How many people here, let's
reliability. How many people for the number 1, the Old Coast Corsair? How many feel Mr. Howard Cardew? We all know, of course, that none of these guys like the BB. Well, finishing up his filler before the Unlimited race, of course, the man from Austin, Texas, in the beautiful Lockheed P-38. Lefty Gardner, and we will be soon having the Unlimited. With Skip home as he walks right on by the Bearcat. Those very, very short weights, and look up high. That's DeStefani there. Tiger DeStefani in strike at number 7. Now they're coming off the fastest part of the course. That's pylon number 6. And it looks like, yes it is. It is Tiger DeStefani and him and Shelton have a duel right off the bat. And the Bearcat starts its move. But they're going to have to go down to catch Tsunami. Oh, is he going to catch him? He is going to go around it before they get into the 8th pylon turn. Go, 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 go! And has not been able to respond. At least like that, it looked like when they came off the chute off of 6, that he was catching him pretty fast, but then it was still Tsunami hanging right in there on about a 6-7G turn as they come around number 8. So let's watch and see what happens again. The strategy might be for Lyle to sit right there, wait till some of the laps go by. He starts moving up again. It appears now that once again he starts closing the distance, but no, backs off a little bit right there. Strager running right behind, but not in contention yet, but holding on good to 3rd. As Lyle pulls up almost even with Tsunami again. But there again, it's Skip home right into the pylon turn first. And he makes the line again on number 8. First lap made 460. Might not be gifted and try to be a front runner. So possibly that's what's going through Tiger DeStefani and Lyle Shelton's mind. Just keep him in sight and then wait until the last 2 laps or the last lap. Again, they mix it up as they come down the straight. It looks like the Rare Bear pulling up even. He's passing him on the outside, or is he holding his own? It's got to be Skip home into the pylon with Lyle having to go wide. Here comes Tsunami. And there goes the Rare Bear. Now, it's the Rare Bear up on the top. This he looks like he's got slightly up to make it here. That last lap turned in 465 again. I look for a faster lap on this one. With the wind cooling things down. I don't think we'll see that 5 miles an hour number on this one. And there's the Rare Bear with Tsunami right underneath with Skip home. And there's Rennen. On the second lap, we had 1600ths of a second was all that separated those 2 airplanes. Tiger DeStefani is waiting to see who's going to blow before he goes to the full power. If he's not right there already, there goes the Bear out. It looks like by hitting the nitrous, he's able, but he can't stay on it for that long. So because if he does, that big right engine will stand a piece of over the Reno. Lyle Shelton beats the boys coming around pylon number 6. He goes, makes it easy, goes way to the outside. Just mentioning the sponsorship from these people. That's also the Wichita Air Museum, all under the leadership of Lyle Shelton, a true competitor, ladies and gentlemen, but not any more so than Skip Holmes and Tiger. Keep her fingers crossed here. It's probably got a no power situation. He is looking good. Looking good.
Good job, 7, and when you get it under control, if you can get off to the left.
All right, you heard the call from Bob Hoover. You did a good job, 7. You're looking good, and he's got it on the ground.
No problem.
Well, at least Tiger had enough power to almost make it back to the pits. Including ESPN, Skyfire, all the folks out there waiting in line to see that jubilant crew. I want to thank a lot of people up here in the announcing stand. I want to thank our ladies up here who have been with us from Thursday, our 1909 Fire Marshal, Chief Marshal McCorkle, and our military coordinator, Bob Bonham, and our decorators, Dick Grossbeck. All those fine people made this a very, very pleasant affair to come to. There he is, sitting down, the Rare Bear with the brand new 3-bladed prop on it this year, broke his own record.
How about a nice round of applause? Your race announcer, Mr. Sandy Sanders. Thank you, race fans.
Okay, he'll be shutting it down in just momentarily here. Let me thank my two unofficial timers up here, folks. They are right on the money all 4 days. Sharon Coates and her husband Doug, thank you so much. I know it's a big help, and I know you folks out there appreciate that so much. Okay, he cools down that big right 3350, and he's got the canopy back. No stranger to that winter circle. Folks, I want you to take a look at the size of that blade. Somebody said it looked like the Queen Mary up here. I've got to agree with him. Now, they're going to be surrounded by the news media and ESPN, and rightfully so. Let's everybody hear. I think he can hear you out there. Let's hear it for the Rare Bear and Lyle Shelton. And do we have a happy crew down there? Well, here's some news too. The second place airplane, Skip Holmes in Tsunami, also broke the old record at 462.